I'm sure a lot of people will be disappointed.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. This is Black Coffee with Ice. Got your boy Justin Penner here with a very special guest, Donovan Ross.
How's it going, buddy?
It's good, man. It's good. It's been a while since we hung out.
It's been too long, man.
Way too fucking long. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, me and Donnie go way back. But this is a little different than our other podcasts. This is a little bit of a PSA, public service announcement. You know, you all seen that meme that went around that it's kind of making a joke just about how everybody does fucking blow as we're an adult. And it's becoming an epidemic. A lot of people are doing it all the time.
Dude, everybody's doing it, man.
Everybody. It's bad.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because literally every second person you know does it. And this is also, I just want to touch on this too before we dive into everything. But just how it all comes down to luck, man. Like everybody listening to this podcast has either drank and drove, either did recreational drugs.
I'm sure everybody that's going to be watching this definitely has done blow.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or has even texted and drove.
Absolutely.
You know, because the difference between someone who texts and drives and runs into somebody and kills them, and from someone who just looks at their phone and nothing happens to them, it's just all comes down to luck. And that's why we're doing this. We're not scrutinizing Donovan. You know, this is actually huge for you to come out and actually just tell your story because it's so crazy. And the point I'm just trying to bring up is that we've all made mistakes in life that would hinder where we are today, but we're lucky enough that we're still here and we're still okay. And
I'm just blessed to be alive, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, we'll just get right into it, man.
Absolutely, buddy.
So what happened? Like, just tell everybody what happened.
Well, it was a 2-day occurrence, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it happened after work. I already had, like, the bag ready to go, you know what I mean? And my boys were coming over to chill. So, we're at my place. Mm-hmm. We're doing a bunch of lines.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point where it's, like, midnight. And, you know, I got to work the next day. And these guys...
What time?
6 a.m. man. And
one of those.
But yeah, I'm such an easy guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like these guys were talking me into it, man. They were just like, no work tomorrow. They had me sunk in, man. I was like, yeah, okay. So I ended up going to Newmarket, which is about like an hour away from Toronto, and went up there, continued what we were doing. You know what I mean? Same shit.
It's bad stuff.
Yeah, man. Ended up not sleeping that night. Ended up going back home. Buddy gave me a ride home. We went to Yorkdale Mall to go meet up with a plug. And we picked up like an ounce of blow, man. Like, yeah.
28 grams.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. And anyways, we took that back to my crib. Just getting straight geeked out, you know. Sorry, man. This is just it's sensitive, man. Sensitive.
It's sensitive, and people got to commend you for coming on here to tell your story. To potentially, that's the main reason why I wanted to do this. Why we had to do this, because there's so many people that me and you both know that do this every weekend or every whatever couple days, and you know, it all comes down to luck. When is it going to be their time?
We just want to let everyone know that, man, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it, man.
Yeah. So,
but anyways, continuing on. But anyways, we're at my place. We got this ounce of low. We're doing lines. And I got to, like, the end of the night, and, like, I took my last line. And I took it. I went back to my chair, listening to music, having a full-blown conversation with this dude, and then all of a sudden, that was the last thing I remember, man. And then
you just blacked out.
I don't even remember, man. Apparently, I walked to my bed, and I just fell asleep.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, that shit don't happen when you're high on blow.
So you just went to bed right away?
I just went to bed, man, and I don't remember that. And the last thing I remember was having a conversation with this dude, and then the next thing I remember was waking up to 3 paramedics holding me, telling me it's gonna be okay. And I'm at this point, I'm confused. You know what I mean?
Holy fuck!
But at the same time, the back of my head, like I knew what happened. Like that was like one of my first thoughts. Is like, fuck, man, fentanyl.
Really?
Yeah, man, yeah.
That's insane.
Just, I don't know, man.
So what happened right after that? So right after you wake up, you're like, okay, what the fuck? Like, was this fentanyl? What happened?
That's what they told me. And then they told me 3 different ways how they tried to revive me. So basically, they tried the oxygen mask first. That wasn't working. And then they did this nasal spray stuff. I don't know exactly what it's called, but they did each nostril. Apparently, it's supposed to go up to your brain and give you oxygen. That didn't work. So they did the 2 adrenaline shots, one in my heart and then one in the shoulder. And that's what woke me up.
That's
man.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So who, like, how do you even know how the ambulance got there in time? Was there a friend that was actually okay?
It was actually my cousin. Like, obviously the 3 dudes that I was with, who I got the blow with, they were freaking out, and apparently, like, my cousin just told them, like, to fuck off, like, just get out of here, like, don't, you know what I mean? Like, not the right place to be, I guess. Like, you got an ounce of blow on you, and there's probably cops, ambulances coming, so he just told him to leave. And my cousin ended up calling the ambulance. He actually performed CPR on me before they came.
Wow.
Yeah, and and I was blue too, man, like, from head to toe.
Yeah, your heart stopped, didn't it?
I was pronounced dead for 5 minutes, man. That's what they told me. Yeah,
that's crazy, because without the heart, man, no oxygen's going anywhere.
But that's the thing. Like, I didn't even know, man. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
It's a silent killer, dude.
It's a silent killer, and see, that's why we have to tell everyone about this, because you didn't even know.
I didn't even know, man.
Didn't even know.
Didn't even know.
It's just a line, and then next thing you black out. If there's nobody there, you die.
You're done, man.
You're done.
Done. I was just very blessed that I even had a group of dudes that I was with that night. You know what I mean?
It blows my mind, man. Because
if they weren't there, I would have been gone.
Yeah,
well, I was gone.
You were gone 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and that was the first thing that I was worried about when you told me that story, because you're so lucky there's no long-term deficits in your brain function or anything. Like, you could be a vegetable.
No, there's actually that, and I notice small things, man. Like, I get confused a little bit sometimes, man.
Like, you've been concussed almost a little bit.
Yeah, like just weird little shit that happens with my brain. Yeah.
Well, hey, you still seem coherent to me.
Oh yeah, man. But you know what I mean, though. Just like small types of confusion.
Little memory deficits.
Yeah.
Man, that's fucking crazy. So it just felt normal, and then you just blacked out.
Yeah. So they took me in the ambulance, and the whole time they're like, I don't really remember. I remember, like, I was trying to, like, fall back asleep, and ththese guys were just like, no, don't do that, because you're just gonna fall right back into it again. This guy was even slapping me in my face, man. Like, stay the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, because if you go to sleep, man,
you're just gonna fall right back into it, man. Well, at least that's what they told me. So, got to the hospital. They had me hooked up to, like, dude, you saw those stickers that were in my Instagram picture, right?
I'll link the Instagram picture in the description below.
So basically, like, I had, like, 2 on my chest, 2 on my arms, 3 all down my legs, 2 on my ass cheeks. Like, they had me hooked up, man. Yeah.
And you were just chilling with your boys. Like, that's insane.
No, I was just by myself.
Oh, yeah,
I was just by myself at the time. Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy how you just go from chilling to waking up, and then you're in the hospital.
Like, I had plans the next day, you know?
Yeah. That's the craziest thing, man.
Yeah.
Because me and Donovan actually had plans to hang out when you came back, and then 3 days later you just tell me this happens, and it's just mind-blowing. It's
yeah, man. I'm pretty sure it caught a lot of people's attention. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it can happen to anybody. But so now what are you doing differently? Like, how are you
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I did slip up a couple times while I've been out here.
Just a few
Just
drinks.
drinking.
Just the holidays.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can have a few drinks.
Family and stuff like that. But when I go back to Toronto, I have planned to see a medicine man on the 3rd. So
Sorry.
yeah, no
Sorry,
worries.
no. just remember when we were kids, man.
Yeah.
Like,
So like I'm basically just gonna do it the traditional way. I'm gonna see this guy. Honestly, I have no clue how it's gonna turn out. Just I'm gonna go meet up with him, and then on the 7th, I have a separate appointment with a psychotherapist. So I'm gonna talk to somebody.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then every Friday, I'm gonna go to Sweats just to like clear my mind, clear, you know.
No, that's good for you, man.
Yeah, that's the plan, anyways. When I go back to Toronto, so
Just like, you know, it's okay. It's the holidays to drink and stuff, but I just feel that if you just cut the association, if you feel like you have to do it when you drink, then best not to.
Don't get me wrong. Like I got the urges.
Yeah.
Trust me.
No, I believe you. Trust me.
I was able to be that strong not to do it, which I'm very blessed, you know.
Yeah.
Because blow's been a big part of my life, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
No, but the thing is, it can happen to anybody.
anyone, man.
Now that you're alive, man, you're good. No long-term permanent damage. Do you look at life through a different lens now?
Yeah, I mean that's all I think about, right? Is that and just confused at the same time too, man. Like how I was with 4 guys that night and I was the only one that got the shit end of the stick. You know what I mean? It's just weird to me. That's all I've been thinking about, man. That's really been a huge toll on my mind this whole time. So
it's gonna be a while till it comes out, man. You just gotta.
It didn't even hit my mom till like a couple days ago, man. She broke down.
That's all I was thinking, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't your parents, because I put my parents in your parents' shoes, and just, oh man, that'd be tough.
Well, then again, I'm very blessed to have, you know, a mother that I have, and you know what I mean. Like she flew out the next day. Like, that shit happened. So just very blessed that I have somebody like that just to be there for me and, you know, give me the proper guidance.
It's something out there looking over you.
Something, yeah, man, absolutely. Like I said in my caption there on my picture, man, the Creator had other plans for me that day. Like anybody else, man, personally, everybody that I know that overdosed on fentanyl didn't make it, man. You know?
And that's just facts.
It is.
It's just, look at Mac Miller, man. You know,
gone, dude. Gone, man. Gone.
And if he, and like they said on the meme or whatever, like if he can't get a good connection, then no one can.
Nah.
I mean, you know, maybe 90% of the time, 95% of the time, it's going to be okay. But there's going to be that one time when there's just that little speck of fentanyl.
Dude, I even think it's less than that, man. I swear to God. In Winnipeg, for sure. Winnipeg, definitely. It's not even like fentanyl, absolutely. But it's meth is what people got to worry about out here, man. Like, that's what people are cutting their shit with nowadays. Trust me.
Yeah.
All meth in your blow out here. All meth. Don't be.
That's what the nurses said or something. Some researching nurses.
Yo, yeah, man. That's yo.
Like
I was at Prohibition last night, and I was with Austin Beck. Shout out Austin. But yeah,
For sure, yeah.
He told me about those nurses, man. About like how like how they exposed it. And
what do you say? Because I don't really know much about it. In my head, I was thinking it's kind of BS.
I was a bit half cut.
I knew you were drunk. From the moment I saw your fucking the Donnie fucking voice. Like, let's go.
Yo. Yeah. No, man. He was just telling me that these nurses were like exposed. That I don't want to say exposed. I don't know what he said to me. It's just all I know is that everybody's cutting their shit with meth out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. And
just don't fucking do it.
Yeah, just don't do it. And if you're associated drinking with it, or certain people with it, then you guys got to have a sit down and figure out what's the best thing for you, because all it takes is one line.
It's just the one line, man. That's it, man. That's it. One little speck, dude.
One little speck.
One little speck of fentanyl can end your life. Yeah, it's fucked, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. Your next plan for the next month or so, you're gonna go see that medicine man. You're gonna go see
I'm actually gonna be here at the end of the month too in January. So
you come back, chop it up a little bit, tell everybody how you're doing.
Absolutely.
Because I'm sure a lot of people will be watching this. This is like concise, and this is actually we're talking pretty good, man. So
I think we're doing all right.
I think we're doing all right. Yeah.
I'm not very good with interviews. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, you're pretty good, man. Honestly, better than a lot of people I've fucking interviewed, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Especially Colin. Just kidding.
I love you, Colin.
Miss you.
I love you, buddy.
For people who watching this who do blow all the time and like act like they don't have it in them to stop, what would be your words to them?
Man, I said it perfectly in my caption. Just think twice. That's it.
Simple
as that, man. Just think twice. Don't do it. Just don't do it, man.
Just don't do it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
All you have to fight is that little
Simple
voice
as
in
that.
your head.
Simple as that. That's all I can say. Yeah. Please don't do it.
Please don't do it. Because this message is basically for someone's son,
anybody,
mother, anybody.
You know, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of people out there that, you know, watching this that do blow. So.
Or know somebody.
Or know somebody that does blow.
You have to know somebody. So, because we're just trying to save people.
Trying to save lives out here, man.
That's what we're doing, man. Because I have very close friends that do it all the time.
All right. Smack some fucking sense into these people, yo. Myself included. To this day, you know what I mean? I'm still learning. It's a learning process. So.
You just got to keep learning, keep growing, and keep trying. Even if you slip up, you got to keep on trying.
Absolutely.
Because it all comes down to luck, like I said before. Is it going to be on your side or not? So it's all
exactly.
it comes down to. All right. Thank you very much for coming on, Donnie. Lifelong friend.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah, he came all the way from Toronto just to come on this podcast. That's what I'm telling everyone.
Justin Panama.
Justin Pan. Don't bring up any more old memories like that.
Dude, I just...
The auto-tune?
No, man, thanks for having me on, dude.
Yeah,
I appreciate
bro, love you, man.
Love
I'm
you too,
glad
buddy.
you're looking at life through different lens, and we can turn this negative into a positive. So, yeah, I'm sure everyone will look forward to seeing you in a month or so. So, bless up.
Bless up.
All right.
I'm sure a lot of people will be disappointed.